All right, everybody, welcome to the flip side. I'm Sam, and normally, since I'm supposing that Eric is probably going to be here, I need to let him know at the very least that yes, I know this is not Thursday. Because normally on Wednesdays, what we usually do here on the flip side is a live review. And that's not what this is going to be. This is going to be a solo play. And then afterwards, after we're done playing, I'll give a first impressions because this is a game, Observatory, that is currently on Kickstarter right now. You can go check out their Kickstarter using a link that's in the description of this video and see what you think about possibly backing this. It is set for a 2026 release. So this is a ways off into the future, but you can go check it out. 25th Century sent me a prototype version of it. So that's what we'll be going over today. So I do want to make sure that's clear. This is all prototype material. So it could change in some way, shape, or form by the time you actually get your product. Now, here's the funny thing about this. This is being kickstarted along with another game called Stargazers. Stargazers has Vincent Dutrait's artwork in it, so that was a auto buy for me, and I've already backed this. I didn't know they were sending me a review copy or a prototype of the game, and I've already backed it. So this is a little strange for me because I've already backed it. I've already paid for it. It's already on the way. This is just going to confirm my purchase. So take that for what it's worth. They just didn't communicate with me that this was coming, which is fine, totally cool. But I saw Stargazers. I saw Vincent Dutrait's artwork. That was an auto buy for me. I also like the theme too. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't just the artwork, but the artwork is for me is like, all right, I'm 90% there. What's the game like? You know, that kind of thing. So, but this does not have Vincent Dutrait's artwork on it. This is a game designed by, Chris Williams. He's the designer, and Snow Conrad is the artist. Now, the artist on this one is pretty interesting. Of course, he did the box art, and then each of the cards is kind of subdued artwork, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's all night sky type stuff. But again, I think the graphic design, again, also we're taking that with a grain of salt because it's prototype, so it could change. But keeping in mind all of that stuff, that's what we're doing today. We're playing Observatory. It is a cosmos-themed roll and write. What you're basically trying to do is you're trying to observe and map different constellations in order to score the most points at the end of the game. The solo mode is basically you're not playing against the AI or anything like that. You're simply just trying to beat your score, your previous score. So you're just trying to improve upon a score. I've not played the game yet. I have, read the rule book a couple of times, and I have kind of, thought through some things and all that kind of stuff, but I've not played it yet. So what I'm going to try to do today is play it twice and see if on the second time today I'll be able to beat my first score. We'll see. As things would usually go, I'll probably do worse the second time than I did the first time. Dustin Webb is here. Good afternoon. Tom is here. Good afternoon, Tom. Micah is here. Bushman is here. Someone get Sam his medication. He's confused on the day of the week again. See, I told you it was going to happen. I told you. I already preempted you, Eric, or maybe you wrote that in response to my preemptive remark. I don't know. Be right back, coffee run. You got it, Eric. Coffee is an important thing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get down to the table, and I'll explain how the game works here in just a minute. Now, I do want to also say that this is the space station playmat from Game Toppers, and I am using a Game Topper. They're a sponsor of the channel. So when I got these in, I was like, dude, playing those on the space station map. Matt, definitely doing that. Anyway, this is what the game looks like set up for a single player. Now, what you're going to be getting at the beginning of the game is you're going to get 3 cards from each of these decks. So you have large constellations down here and small constellations over here, and you get 3 cards from each deck. From those 6 cards, you have to pick 4 cards that are going to be your observations. And basically, those are the cards that you're trying to build from the beginning of the game. And so that's how you start out. Now, there are different round tracks. So in a single player mode, you're simply just going to be going through 12 rounds. I'm going to be rolling all 4 dice 12 times in a row. And on these red areas here, you get to either map a star of your choice, or you can fill in one of the a spot on one of your research rows. That's what these little red areas do before you roll the dice. So I'll be able to do that 3 times over the course of the game. But basically, what I'm doing here is I am going to be rolling the dice 12 times. When I roll the dice, well, let me say this first. The person who is the lead player in a multiplayer game, they're going to roll all 4 of these dice. One of the dice, this yellow one here, is called I believe it's called the shooting star die. Yes, the shooting star die, and only the lead player is able to use this die to do things on the map. Now, when you are going to roll the dice, you're going to everybody is going to be able to use 3 dice, three of these regular dice. All right. So what they can do is they can use 2 of the dice to plot a star on their personal board, and then they can use the other die to plot not plot, but check off one of these research places that equals the number of the dice. So if I used this one, the 4, then I'd be able to click off the 4 on one of these research things down at the bottom, and then I would take my 6 and my 5 over here, and I would be able to, for example, I could go 6 and 5. So I could basically plot any of these as parts of or stars that I can see, or I could go up here and do any of these 4. So you have 2 columns and 2 rows for each number, and it gives you 4 choices basically from those 2 that well, 8 choices, because you could use any combination. You can do 6 row and 5 column, or you could do 6 column and 5 row, and that basically gives you 2 quadrants that you could work with to plot a star. Once you are plotting stars, you're going to be looking at your constellations over here, and once you have finished a constellation, you're going to draw lines between the stars, noting that you've used those stars for a constellation. Then you're going to turn that over, and you can pick from the 6 that are available, or you can take the top of either deck before you move on to the next round. When you plot these different constellations, they have special abilities. I've chosen kind of a specific thing. So this one right here means that you have a shooting star 4 that you can plot anywhere on an empty spot if you finish this constellation. This one is a research point. So whenever you plot this constellation, the entire thing, then you're able to immediately plot one of the different research spots on your whatever you want. This one doesn't have a special ability, but it gives you 3 points at the end of the game. This one is a shooting star 6. And then this one also is a different kind of, they're called, where was that put? Asterism cards. Asterism cards. So these are unofficial constellations and therefore score differently than other constellation cards. And this is basically a set collection. So if I am able to, where is it shown here on the thing? It isn't. Okay, cool. So right here, it says that it gives you points for how many of these asterism constellations you do. So if I only do 1, then I get 1 point. If I do 2, I get 3 points. If I do 3, I get 6 points, and so forth and so forth and so on, all the way up to 21 points. So these are basically like a set collection type thing that we're trying to do for the other game. All of these other constellations give you a certain number of points that you'll be able to score if at the end of the game, if you plot that constellation by the end of the game. Now, you're also going to get 1 point for every for every 2 unused stars. Your funding research down here, and I'll explain these in a little bit more detail, but funding research is you're going to get a point for each one of these things that you have marked off at the end of the game. These other research capabilities here, once you get 3 of them marked off, denoted right here, once you get 3 of them marked off, you can either plot a star for free or you can get a free research point to use somewhere else. But once all 5 of them have been done, they have a special ability that's right here that you can use. For example, the lens will allow you on anyone's turn, you can use a single die, either a regular die or the shooting star die, as if its value was plus or minus 1. And that's only for you. It doesn't change it for everybody else. For drive, you're going to keep aim exact. So you're going to write a number 2 to 6 in this space up here. And whenever that number is rolled, you get to count it as a wild, even, you know, whether it's the standard die or the shooting star die. One thing to note here, notice that the 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s are the only ones. There is no 1. 1s are always wild in the game. So you can use a 1 for anything you want it to be. Finder, the research ability of Finder is you can locate stars more easily. So what this does, again, once you have all 5 of these marked off, you're going to be able to gain these 4 free stars, and you can use them at any point to plot a free star on your empty spot. Once you've used all 4, though, you're done with it. And then filter, each time you complete a constellation, that grants a bonus. You may immediately gain that bonus again. So for example, if I finished this and I already had filter filled in, if I finished this, I'd be able to plot 2 4 shooting stars. Okay, so I'd be able to plot 2 4 stars immediately. So that's what all of the different research does. And that is, generally speaking, the game. I did notice, I did mention earlier that there are different round tracks. So this one is the first player one, but if you're playing with 2 player, you'll use this track, and then you also have a 3 players, 4 players, and then 5 players as well. So in a 5-player game, you're actually only doing 4 rounds, which is interesting. I don't know how that would go, but I mean, I believe a round is, if I remember correctly, a round is when everybody has had the chance to be, once the dice are passed to the player with the first player token, the round ends and you begin a new round by advancing the round track. Yeah, so once everybody has had a chance to be the start player, then that's the end of a round. So take that for what it's worth. All right, here we go. But since there's only 1 player, I'm always going to be able to roll this die right here, the shooting star die. So it's basically just the ability of trying to get as many points as possible. The benefit of that shooting star die allows you to plot a star on any space in a row or column that matches the value rolled. So this one allows you to place another star plot in addition to the one that you got from these 3. All right, and I think that's about it. Let's see here. Looks nice. Playmat, cool. 2026, like I'll be around then. You might be, Eric. You never know. Yellow, he's color confused too. What did I say? Yellow. Did I say yellow? This is an orange die. Did I say it was yellow? I'm sorry. Maybe my TV color is off. That could be. Or maybe your eyesight's off. Love the playmat. Thanks for playing Observatory. You are absolutely welcome, Gamer Chris. I'd play Connect the Dots on that playmat and ruin it. No, hopefully you wouldn't. The round tracks are set up in a way so that players get roughly the same number of natural stars throughout the game, regardless of the number of players. Very cool. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. I am assuming you are Mr. Chris Williams. And if that is the case, I'm very happy that you're here. If it's not the case, I'm still very happy that you're here. All right. But if you are the designer, that helps us. You'll keep me on the straight and narrow. Because Eric will tell you I definitely need it. All right. Well, this is the start player marker, by the way, if you didn't catch on to that. But I'm not really going to need to use that very much. But here you go. All right. So that's me. All right. Super. Why is it only 1 to 5 players? Couldn't 99 people play? I guess you probably could, as long as you had enough sheets. I mean, if you want to just use all of these at once, you could do that. But you'd probably run out of cards really, really fast. But there you have it. All right. I'll do my best to keep these in the middle. All right. So I have a 6. I can plot anywhere I want to. I have a wild. I've got a 3 and a 5. These pips might not show up very well because they're gray and black. But that's a 1, a 5, a 3, and a 6. I don't know. We'll see. All right. A 5 and a 6. I've got well, I could have that be anything I want. So I think I am going to do that. All right. So I've got a free 6. So let's go ahead and put the Southern Cross down here in the south. So let's go with the 6. I'm going to put right down here. That's my shooting star. All right. And then, so that one's done. And then I'm going to have this be a 5. So a 5, 5. No. I'm going to have this be a 6 because that's going to be a 5, 6. So I'm going to do a 5, 6 and put another one right here. All right, so those two are done. And then a number 3, let's see, use a single die as having +1. I think that's pretty useful. So I'm going to do the 3 right here on my lens. So that one's done. I did not plot any stars. So, I'm sorry, I didn't plot any constellations. So we'll see how it goes. The number of cards and rounds gets really messy when playing with more players. There we go. All right, round 2. Here we go. Oh, man. Well, I guess that's not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. So I've got a 4. Ooh. Okay, so the 5, 6 is going to be helpful because that's going to have me be able to do this, which is 3 out of 4 points on that Southern Cross. Now I just need a 6 up here. So, okay. All right. I've got a 4 that I can plot somewhere else. So let me go ahead and do that. Shall we? I'm going to start working on this kite or the ice cream cone right down here. And we're going to go with, let's see, that 4. I'm going to go with the 4 right up here like that. Okay. And then I have a 2. We'll continue working on this right here. Boom. All right. That's round 3. At this point, I'm not going to do very well. Oh, I got a couple of wilds. Yeah. All right, so a 5-6 is going to get me the Southern Cross, easy peasy. So 5-6 is right here. And so that allows me to just like that, and that finishes my Southern Cross. So we'll get that done in just a minute. So that was the 5 and the 6. And then I got a couple of wilds here. That's going to be really helpful. But this is the only one that I can plot a star with. This can be whatever I want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a 4 so that we can mark this off here. And since I have 3 here, I can either use that as a research point or I can use it as another star plot. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 1 as a 4 and mark that off here. And then my free star plot here, I'm going to go ahead and make that a 4 as well, because that's my 3 spots for the ice cream cone, and I'm going to need to get that one right there. So I need a 5-3. So maybe so. We'll see. All right, round 4. But before we move to round 4, I got to pick a new thing here. This one's going to get turned over. And do I want to keep working towards these asterism constellations? Yes. Shooting star 6. That's really inviting, but this is going to be a free one. I'm going to go ahead and take the coat hanger. The coat hanger and its immediate surroundings are a useful gauge for determining the faintest stars visible in a small telescope, as there are a wide range of stellar magnitudes within the cluster. See, it's another thing. It sounds like they're trying to teach you something as you're having fun. All right, so that is that. Now we go on to round 4. The reason that happens, we do need to put out a new one here. Boom. So the reason that happens is that you can't move on to the next round until everybody has 4 cards in their observatory. So there you have it. At least he's playing with the pencil, knowing his incompetence. Yes, that's correct. Can you use the same star in more than one constellation? No, constellations cannot touch. All right, here we go. Round 4. And, okay, so a 2-4. Nope, that's not going to help. A 2-5. No, I would need a 3-5. Oh, but wait, I can do that in any column. Yeah! All right, so my shooting star is going to go in this 3 column right here. Bam. Which, that finishes my snow cone, or ice cream cone. So the 3's done. Let me go ahead and draw that, because I want to, like so. Bing and bing. All right. Sweet. All right, and when I finish that, I get an extra research point wherever I want. So let's see, a 2-4. That would be able to go right here, or a 2-4 would be able to go down here. That might be good for one of these, for one of these big dogs. So I think we're going to use the 2-4 for that. We'll use the 5 right here. And that's the 5. The 2 and 4, I think we're going to go ahead and put, that. All right, we're going to go ahead and go with the 2-4 right here. And so that was my 5. that I did here. So I get this too. So now I am able to use any single die, either one of these or the shooting star, as its value is +1 or -1. All right, so that's cool beans. So that's my 4-2 right there. So now this one comes over here, and boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I don't know about any of these up here. These are going to be tough, man. I think I took two really difficult ones right off the bat. So I'm going to do the Christmas tree cluster. Just so that I can keep that other marky mark going. All right, so this one flips over. Chris is probably silently or not judging me on everything that I do, which is fine. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Teach ya like you can teach an old dog anything, right? David Brownlee is here. What's up, David? Good to see you, man. All right. Let's see here. So that is the end of round 4. So before round 5, I get to plot another star for free, or I can take a research point for free. I think I'm going to take a. That star. I'm going to fill in this 4-2 right here, the last 4-2. All right. So now I'm rolling on 5. Oh my goodness. Look at all of these 5, 4s, and 6s. All right. Well, that's kind of stinky. Stinky Pete. Let's see. Well, I can use one of these as a plus or -1. That's probably going to be necessary at some point. So a 4-6. No. All right, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 is my. So if I could do a 4-4, that would be helpful. But I can't. I have to do a 4-5. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's not going to be helpful. What in the world? With all of the balloons, I'm sorry. Could do a 4-5, but that would be way out of the way. Could start working on one of these other things, though. A 4-5. Yep. Okay. So this is going to be the one that I choose using my lens. And so a 4-5 is going to allow me to put 4-5, one right here. Yeah. Right here. All right, so that's a 4-5. That's done. So that's going to give me a 6 and a 4. So a 6 down here, which is the next one I want. 2 through 6, that would give me 2 wilds. I think that's probably what I want to do. So I'm going to mark off the 6 here. Oh, and whenever you're marking off research, you can do them in any order. You don't have to go left to right like I did up here. I do want to make sure that was a 6. I hit it with my. Okay, so now I've got a 4. So I think I want to work on this other constellation up here. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to go on 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another plot there. All right. And I didn't finish any constellations that turn. So down to round 6. I'm halfway done with the game at this point. And wow. 2 5s and 2 4s. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a 3. And then I need to get that dude done, so I need a 2, which would be a 3. I could do a 3 here. Well, what does a 3 5 get me? Oh, that's way down here or way over here. All right, so a 4 5 could be here, which would help with my coat hanger. So let's go ahead and do that. A 4 5. So 4 5. That helps right here with my coat hanger. Oh, I could do either of those, couldn't I? I could go here or here. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. I'm going to go here with my 4 5. That's done. Now, this is a 5 or a 4, and this is going to be another 4. So that 4 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. So I'm not using my lens because everything that I rolled worked out. Mark off another one of these. And that's that. Now I get a free plot. The 2 rows near the round track are the cards you can use to replace your own cards once you've completed them. The 4 cards near his star map are the cards he currently has. Thank you. If Sam can see me, that's quite the observatory. Let's see. These spots on the turn tracker are basically you get to do either a free star plot or a free research point before the dice are rolled on those turns. So right now, I'm able to do that. So let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, and done. I've got 4 done, actually. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to do this one right here. I'm working towards this Piscis Austrinus right here. And we'll see how that works. I'm also working towards the coat hanger as well. But so that's all we did for round 7. Now round 7. Here we go. All right, so we got 2 wilds. Awesome. A 6 and a 4. So I need this to be a 3, and then that's done. So I think I'll make this one, since it's a wild, this one is going to be a 3. And I think that does it, because this goes here, that goes there. This comes over here, that comes down there, and then that goes there, and this goes here. So that one's done. Oh, I forgot to draw one more. Bink, just like that. Now, I've got a wild. What do I need here? I need, let's see, I need a 4 5, basically. A 4 5, basically. All right, so I'm going to use my lens and make this a 5. So that's going to be a 4 5. And 4 and 5 is going to be that one right there for my coat hanger. And so that will come down. This one will make it a 4. And mark this off, which allows me to plot another star or get another research point. I think I'm going to plot another star. And we will make it, it's a 4-6 either way, so we'll just make it this one. Still working towards the coat hanger here. And then I finished this one, so that gives me another research point. So we'll go ahead and just do... We'll do funding down here. That's a point at the end of the game. We'll see if that works out. Now I need to pick another card. I think I'll do this one. I don't know. We'll see. That one pops out here. And we are done. Round 8. So I have a 2, a 2, a 2, and a 5. Man, 3 2s. What? Wow. Wow. All right, so... Okay, so a 2 and a 2, that's up in this quadrant. That's not... I mean, that could help, right? That could help. Then have a 5. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do... I'm going to do a 2 and a 2 and mark this one. Then I'm going to do another 2 right here, working towards the Christmas tree. So these are all done. Then a 5. I will... I'll mark this one off here. All right, that's that. And I didn't get anything else done. Oh man, should I have done something like that? A 2, 3, and a 2. I could have got that right off and then got the 6. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's try again. All right. Oh, that was a 5. All right, so 2, a 3, and a 5. All right, so the 6, yeah. All right, 2 and a 3. Oh. Ooh. I need this, so I need a 3 and a 3. I could get it with that, but then I screw the pooch with some other stuff. All right, so okay, so I'm going to let's see. Okay. 3 and a 3. That gives me a shooting star 5 that I can plot wherever I want. Which okay. Yep. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change that to a 3. So a 3, 3 is going to be this one right here. And that right there plots me that right there. So, All right, so that's my Christmas tree. And that gets me a shooting star 5. And I think I'm going to put that, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bing. I think I'm going to put, oh snap, that's a 6, isn't it? Oh my. Then I will put it right here. That's my shooting star 5 from that. So that will come out. Then I've got a 5 that I can plot down here somewhere. I already have a 5 here. Already used a +1 here, so I can't use that here. So the 5 is going to go here. And then my shooting star 5 is gonna be, oh, I could have done it there. Let's change that. I need to start thinking better before I do this. Okay, so 1 5 will go right here, and the other 5 will go up here like that, and that also finishes out my pointers. Goes like that. Then the shooting star 6 I'm able to put right here to finish my coat hanger as well. So the coat hanger is going to be that. Okay, so I finished both of these guys, and I already did the shooting star 6, so that one can be put over. And then this is going to give me another plot, another star plot. I don't know where. Well, let's start working on this one, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So down 1. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. I could actually have it here, though. So I could go 1, 2, 3, ding. And then ding, ding, ding. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to plot this one right here as my freebie for that. And then this comes over here. Bing. Now I've got to pick 3 cards, man. All right, let's see. What are we doing here? I'm definitely going to pick that one and keep going for those asterisms. Goodness gracious. I think I'm just going to pick these because they're both worth 3 points, but good night. They don't have any special abilities. That's kind of stinky. I guess I should have flipped these over, but we're not worried about it. 9. Round 9. All right, so I've got a 2, a 3, a 4. Okay, so the 3 is going to help me out because it'll get me that point right there. So that could possibly be helpful. A 2 and a 4 and a 5. Erg. Okay, so a 4, 5 doesn't really help me out. A 5, 4 also doesn't help me out. Because 5, 4 is down here. But maybe 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then down here. Oh, that could work. So a 5, 4, no, 5, that would have to be a 5, 5. But a 5, 4, that right there could help with my Pixis. So we'll go 5, 4 here. So 5, 4. And then the 3 is going to help me with this part right here. Go ahead and do that. Bing. Oh, wait, you said constellations can't touch, but I thought it did say that stars... constellations line may not touch any part of another constellation, regardless of... Oh, okay, so that won't work. So that's got to stay there like that. Okay, so that sucks. Because that's not going to do me any good. This one could be that, though. So this one is good for the... no, that's not going to work either. Oh dear. Whatever shall I do? Yeah, I got myself in a pixel right here with that one. That one's not good. All right, let's rewind a little bit. That one's not going to go there either because I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to stick with that one because... all right, so 5 and a 4 didn't happen. I got 2, 3. All right. All right. Well, well, let's see. If we did ding, no, dang. All right, well, let's see. We'll start working on this one right here. Because we've got a 2 that we'll definitely use up here. All right, so that's a 2, and then let's see. So I need these 4 down here. So I need a 5, 4. Yep, that's good. 5, 4. That's this. And I've already used that down here. And then I've got a 3 that I can use as a 4 as well. So I think what I'll do is I will go ahead and plot right there for the 4. Okay. Yep, that was a bad turn, baby. Not good at all. Number 10. Sam should use the D&D character generation method and roll an extra dice and discard the result. That's funny. Are these dice better than the ones in Final Girl? Yes, kind of, sort of. I like how you can manipulate dice as well in this, and you're not stuck with just the roll. I also like that ones are wilds, so that's cool. I do have a 3, and I have a wild and a 4, which doesn't help me. Oh, I've got a wild and a 6, though. That could definitely help me. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do... I'm going to do this 3 right here. Bam. And now I can choose a number. So, and I can treat that as a wild as well. Let's go with, what do you think? 4? Should I choose that 4? Or should I choose the 2? Or should I, if I had a 4 wild and a wild, I could put it wherever I wanted to, right? And then I'd have a, well, let's see. If I get a 4, 3, that's up here, 3, or a 3, 4, that doesn't help. But 4, I need a 3 and a wild. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to a 3. That's my 1 from using my lens. And then that with that is going to allow me to okay, so the 3 was done. And then this and this was my lens. This is a freebie. So a 3, I'll make this a 6. That's a wild. Okay, so these are done. And then if I make a 2, a wild, that can be wherever I want it to be, which I will make it be right here, which allows me to finish my fish hook. So this goes bink, 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 like that. And that finishes that for me. And so I get a free star plot. Nope, that doesn't help. What about here though? 1, 2, 3, and down. That would work. All right, so my free star plot is going to be right here on this 3. Okay, so that is done. And now I'm going to choose another card. Well, I did the Southern Cross earlier. I'm going to do the Northern Cross as well. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what we're going to do. All right, so now I get a free star plot. Well, that's cool because I could probably go ahead and get this done. I could actually, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, and then over 1. So that'll be my free star plot for round 11. So I've got a 2 3s, a 2, and a 5. All right, so this is a wild. Now I've got a 3. I could add that to a 4 and get that done. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this a 4. That's my 1 for my lens. So that goes here. That maps out this bad boy. Pixis. That doesn't have special ability, so that just goes over here. And then I've got a wild. Oh, this is like wide open now, isn't it? Okay, so if I do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, I could do that. So we'll do a 3 right here. I'm actually going to use the 2 as a 2, do a 2, 5 right here. Try to get that Northern Cross going. Got to pick another one. Erg. I'm not going to be able to do anything anyway, so this is my last. Oh, really? Well, let's see. Last round. Last round, last round. You can use your lens to change a die into your drive number. Yep, I know. All right. So I've got a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 2. All right. So the 6. Oh, got a question. Does a 6 wrap to a 1? And can a 1 wrap to a 6? Mr. Chris, can you answer that question for me? using a lens. I haven't done 15 rounds. Come on. No, they do not wrap. Okay, well, poo-poo. Okay, well, that's okay. I've got a wild 2 here, so I can do a 5-2. So I will use my lens to change that into a 2, and this is a 5. So a 5-2 allows me to go here. Oh, you know what? No, that doesn't do me any good anyway. Okay. I can... yucky yuck. I can use this as a 4 and mark this off, which allows me to mark another one. I'm not going to be able to get that 3. Oh, yes, I am! Woohoo! 6 down here, baby. In your faces. All right, that's pretty freaking cool. And that's the Northern Cross. So I finished another one of those, and that gives me another research thingy. So at this point, I'm just going to mark down here to get another point because we are at the end of the game. Bam! All right, cool. So... all right, so this comes here. That gave me another research point, so I went ahead and took it. I'm pretty sure I just marked it down here. And that's that. All right, so I've got 9, 12, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the asterism cards. And I think 7 might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 21 plus another. Is that how that would work? So that's 21 points plus 1, 22, 25, 34. That's what I'm thinking. 34 points. Does that look correct, my friend? Oh, wait. 34. These are ones I didn't finish. And I don't think I had any left over. Yeah, unused stars. It's 2 for every unused stars. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So I did get 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 and 9 is 15. 15 and 21 is 16, 36, 37, looks like. I think I got 37 points. So there you go. 37 points. How did I do? Asterisms cap at 6 cards for 21 points. Can you start a second set, though? That's what I did here. So I had 6 cards for 21, and then I started a second set, or can you not start a second set? I'm just curious. And unfortunately, this is going to have to be I won't be able to play another game. I got to go pick up Jess. No second set. All right, so this one just doesn't count. So 36 points. So I got 9, 12, 15, plus 21, 36. 36 points. All right, so I'm going to make a note of that. Right here. 36 points. So on my next one, maybe we'll do this tomorrow again as well. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll try to do another one to see if I can beat 36. I don't know. I got pretty advantageous there at the end of the game with my 6. And catching that, I had that 6 there as well. But those large constellations are pretty stinking difficult. But this is pretty fun. I like this. I don't want to jump too far into it because it is just my first. Sorry to interrupt, but Sam, do you know what time it is? Yes, I know. I know, baby. I know. I'm coming. But first impressions of this one is this is fun. One of the reasons why I think it's fun is for, first of all, those research abilities gives you the ability to mitigate your dice rolls. And you, as Chris pointed out, and you can do it in a number of creative ways. It's not just +1, -1, or anything like that. You have the ability to pick a number, and that number for you is wild in addition to the ones. So that's another way that you can mitigate those dice rolls. The lenses allow you to give that +1, -1. I was shooting for the finder, which gives you those 4 stars to plot whenever you wanted to, and that seems like it would be also very useful. I like dice mitigation, and so this one has a lot of it, and it's a very simple roll and write with dice mitigation. I like it. That's my first impression. I am, as I said before, this is either going to confirm or put down the fact that I already backed it, and this is a confirmation that this is a good game that I want in my collection. So that's a confirmation of a decision that I already made. But congratulations to Chris for a job well done, as far as I'm concerned. Go check out their Kickstarter. There is a link in the description below, and we will be good with that. So thank you, Chris, for being here. I appreciate the help that you gave me and the questions that you answered for my audience. I certainly appreciate that as well. And we'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Come back on Friday. Friday, we're going to be playing Stargazers, and that will be with, I believe it's going to be me, Jesse, and JT. Might just be me and JT. We'll see. Jessie has some things that she needs to do on Friday, but she might be able to carve out some time for us. Anyway, come back on Friday to see Stargazers. And tomorrow I'm either going to do this again, or I'm going to start my Heat Pedal to the Metal championship year. And I haven't picked which year I'm going to do. We'll have to see. I might play this again to see if I can beat my 36 points, and we'll go from there. But anyway, I got to go pick up Jesse. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Thank you for being here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.